Hey everyone, my name is Alexis Kleckner. I am a licensed clinical therapist and own my own private practice. Welcome to Therapy 101, where I offer you some free advice and opinions on things mental health. Um, just want to be an extra resource for people. And so today I want to talk about CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy. So I personally practice cognitive behavioral therapy. And what that does essentially is it helps people to reframe and think differently about negative self talk, anxious types of feelings, or mainly thoughts. So, this is kind of how it works. I want you guys to just think about like a circle because I find that most things in life are a cycle. So, what will you do in cognitive behavioral therapy and how you might be able to apply it yourself to see if this might be a good fit for you? Is at the very top, we have a thought or an incident. We can go with an incident that occurred that created you to feel anxious or worried, something that makes you feel adverse, right? Something that doesn't feel right. We just call that kind of like your starting event, the triggering event. After that interpretation happens, you then start to create the cognitive aspect of, okay, let's think of a example, right? So I went across the street and someone beeped at me, and I didn't look both ways, but it made me very upset and it was very triggering for me because it startled me. So now every time I try to go across my street, I face it with more and more anxiety. Or another technique is avoidance, where I'm just like, hey, there's a street, it exists. I won't be out there anytime soon, right? And sometimes we don't even know we're avoiding things. Our brain is very smart. So we have something that happened. I go across the street, car almost hit me and beeped at me, startled me. Now I think to myself, crossing the street is dangerous. It might not be that up front, and typically it isn't. If it was that up front, everyone would probably not have anxiety at all. Okay. So, okay, if I cross the street, it's dangerous, or someone's going to hit me or startle me. That's a thought that I'm now going to create something to go with it, which is a negative thought. So, if I cross the street, I'm going to get hit. It's a matter of fact, in my opinion, but it's not. It's a thought and it's an anxious thought. It creates anxiety within you when you think of that thought. Then I could avoid, like, leave the street be. I don't need to cross it anytime soon, which then is going to actually increase your anxiety because your brain doesn't get to observe or look or find out if the road is indeed dangerous. You're taking data from one data point and applying it or making it applicable to the whole street. So now we go to a behavior, right? So car almost hit me, beeped. I got startled. Now I'm thinking the road is dangerous. I don't want to cross it. What's my behavior? Say my behavior is avoidance. Say I have a dog. My dog just crossed the street. I need to go over, but I am trying to avoid that because the street's dangerous and I don't want to get hit by a car. Do you see how this can be limiting in a lot of people's lives? That makes your behavior. You take that behavior, loop it right back up, and around she goes. So now we're back up to the thinking. Well, now my dog's over there. What am I supposed to do? That incites more anxiety, more panic, right? And so I just wanted to give you an example of how cognitive behavioral therapy can be applied to a situation that might be sort of one of those everyday situations that you might occur. I mean, it's just crossing the street, right? But how incredibly impactful that moment can be, and how our brains can sort of go through the cycle with or without our knowledge at times, and it could impact us negatively. So just take a couple minutes, a week, a year, however long it takes. This is just free information, but to see how you might be viewing that same situation, or if you can apply it to your own type of situation in life and how it's impacted you. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for welcome, and I will see you next session. Bye, everyone.